Episode 7, Mysteries and Martyrs. Let's go. Please be advised that there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed in this video. And please note, this reaction does not contain a picture-in-picture view with the audio from the episode. Instead, this video was designed as a watch-along style. Click on the link displayed on your screen to find out about 3 easy ways to watch this episode with me using your own devices. Hello! Welcome back to my channel, my dear viewer and hopefully subscriber. If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. You get 3 welcomes from me for joining me here on my little channel where I like to watch, react, and review a tiny collection of stuff related to sci-fi, fantasy, and comic books. So in today's video, I'm catching up with the latest episode from Apple TV's Foundation series, episode 7, titled Mysteries and Martyrs. So if you are going to watch along with me, let's get ready and count down to play. If not, feel free, of course, to skip on over to the review / afterthoughts, / takeaways portion of my video where I discuss a little bit about my initial first impressions about the episode. Okay, so yeah, either way, I'm going to watch this episode right now, so hopefully I'll see you at some point. Okay, party people, are you ready to press play on this episode? I'm at 2 minutes and 57 seconds, skipped all I need to skip, so I'm going to be starting right at the beginning of the episode. And let's go. So starting at 3, 2, 1, play. Space. Where's William Shatner when you need him? You'd say, kid, you're brave. Keep going the distance. Would anybody even remember him on his homeworld? Gosh, what do you want to do with that particular machine? State secret. Interesting. Oh, that's cool. So that's why he's so useful. He's a living key. Hmm. So they'll have to go out there and... Ooh, good idea. I wouldn't have told them that. I mean, I don't know. I'd have kept that to myself until I knew for sure I could trust anyone. Good reply. Miss the inner ring and you will be lost. So, with that warning, someone's gonna get lost. Yeah. Not bad for CG. I'm getting a lot of Expanse vibes, if you're a fan. But not as good as the Expanse. In terms of this visual. But still pretty damn good. In my opinion, the Expanse has it just a bit more crisper looking for their realism in space. Yeah, especially with that kind of imagery there. Oh shit! Oh my god, I literally just said somebody would get lost in space and it ends up being Hugo? For real? How many times is this woman gonna lose this man? Or is he just lost, right? That's a shit way to go. That's the last time we see this character. Oh god. Maybe it's to give her a salve or motivation to rebel harder, I guess. Anyway. Hmm. Dude, that's very true. Oh, right, they don't know she's a robot. Oh, that makes sense. Huh. That's not the answer to this question, though. She wanted to kneel. I thought that was clear. Unless it was just clear. I don't know. Maybe I misunderstood that. Like, she doesn't want you around. You're not. I guess because he's a clone, he's not worthy of. I don't know. Life. Oh, okay. That was quick. Okay, it's like a wellness place for the sick. Oh, okay. Like a pilgrimage? Huh. She's full of surprises. Not hers. Okay. Oh. In the gut. Hmm. He's gonna need all the luck he can get. It's a tough one. What do you think? Do clones have souls? Hmm? What is that? Oh! Pew 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 pew! Mm. Okay, so he's only useful to that point. Maybe she knew about that neural thingy in his mind that he mentioned. Good times. A lot of dead bodies. Ooh. Gonna have to sweep them out. I wonder what feeling Salvor's gonna have on this ship. I'm sure she's gonna feel something. Self-destruct! Huh? Oh, right. Do they even know? Yeah, like how would you know that? So it's like a glitch or something? Let's get moving here. Don't want to end up like that. Well, Salvor's the star of the show, so that's not happening. Well, one of the stars. Okay, by doing what? Surprise me, motherfucker. Oh my god, for real? Uh, can he do that though? Isn't he not the prime Cleon who needs protection and shit? Unless he's gonna go with bodyguards. Alright, obviously, he's going to. Hey! Oh. A little love note or whatever note that's supposed to be. Drop it on the floor again. Last time he threw it out the window. Like, why can't he just put it in his pocket? I don't know why that bugs me. Oh. They're gonna do it, like, right there? What if somebody walks in? Doesn't look a very secure place, you know? Okay. Oh, please don't make this too cheesy. Okay, that was perfect. Why can't all love scenes be like this? Short and sweet. Wow. That is so nice, yeah. Really? Because doesn't look like it the way you guys just did it right there. Freaking hoping. Anyway. Hmm. Okay, I understand, for narrative's sake, they're showing this. But all I keep thinking is, how's that they don't have any surveillance with all this advanced tech? Watching him with her. If there's a logical answer to that question, please let me know. Oh, like backups. So if they never need one, that Cleon just dies? Or does it stay in... Yeah, does it stay in the stages they're in? Or does it age inside the tube too? Okay, I think this is foreshadowing that he is going to get replaced. And that thing is recording, right? Isn't it not hearing him? Hmm. Hmm. I like the possibilities of where this can go. Him running away, possibly, and then his replacement. I don't think he's gonna do it. Well, the way they're keeping an eye on him, he's gonna get caught. He's totally gonna get caught. And I bet it's gonna be like at a crucial moment. Oh my gosh, yes! I actually kind of forgot about this. Quantum. So neat. A living being guiding a digital consciousness. Oh, so that's what that was. So why would Raish make that decision? Oh, right, okay. That's why. He's got other problems there, Gale. Hang on. Wow. Well, I'm glad at least Jared Harris is back, because I was just like, what are they gonna do with this guy? Ooh. Did she sense that? Okay. Hmm. Watch your step. Boy. Are they gonna succeed? Oh, Lewis is a goner? Come on, Salvor! Damn it. Girl, you got lucky. Again. Well, for now, I don't think Salvor is going to go along with that. Probably in memory of her father, right? It's his home. Aside from, like, trying to kill millions upon millions of people. I could barely see what's going on. My screen's really... Come on, Harry. I'm sure something will happen here at the last minute. There we are. Has she eaten anything? I still focus on the food part of this. That's how religions are born. Yeah, hun. He's pretty much lied to her from day one. Hmm. He's not wrong. Okay, so they're both in the wrong. Yeah. She just said, yeah. I didn't think of that. So is he's gonna solve why she's able to have premonitions of some sort? Compulsion. I wonder if they're gonna scientifically explain premonition, human premonition. Some, you know what I mean? I wonder if this show is going to do that. Wow. That was pretty cool. Oh, that's so. It's it. Okay. Wow, that was really neat. Very superwomanish vibes there a little bit too. And then of course, you know, it's interesting. Like you've got Jared Harris there as like a digital consciousness, and this is kind of like a fortress in a sense, you know. If you know my reactions, you know I love Superman stuff, so I'm kind of just. She's got her own personal Jor-El. Anyway, some of my afterthoughts coming up. Fantastic episode. I love this episode. I think it's the best one since episode 2. It had everything I could possibly want. It gave me some answers, but also, of course, you know, led up to more questions. But overall, this was such a great episode. Like I said, in my personal opinion, episode 2 was really good, and this is like the next best one. Okay, so when it comes to my nap meter rating, more or less, if you are familiar with my reactions, you know what that's all about. If not, I'll just quickly let you know. It's just a system that I use to help me break down aspects of the narrative, the action, and the pacing. So when it comes to narrative, it's an easy yes to all the questions that I normally ask. So first question is, was there any details that moved the story forward? Yes, yes, yes. In fact, I think I may have to just remove that question because it seems as if things are really picking up. I highly doubt this series is going to start stalling now. So, yeah, I may not bother with that question in the next reaction video. Then we have, was there a new development for at least one character? I think it's fair to say Harry is probably the biggest development because we now see not only what happened to him before he physically died, but now what the state of his presence is all about. From what I've discerned on my first watch of this episode, he is a digital consciousness that seems to be able to interact in, you know, in live time. There's a word for it. Basically, he's not a pre-recorded consciousness, right? So that aspect of it is interesting, and I'm just curious if that was. Like, is this going to be something that will carry forward in every episode where Jared Harris is going to be Harry Seldon as a digital consciousness for the entire series, right? Because, I mean, he's such a big actor. I think it's kind of cool, but at the same time, I'm just wondering if it's going to be too convenient to be able to answer things through Harry. Like, I'll give you an example of what I was thinking about that I didn't say in my reaction out loud, and it was the fact that they're going to his homeworld. And it would be helpful, him being there, if they do make it to his homeworld, to defend that Gale was not the one responsible for his death. So basically, if it's going to be known publicly that Harry Seldon can be you can communicate with him in that digital form, does it negate his importance as a mythological figure, or perhaps it will enhance it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, let's say you believe in a figure like, you know, Christ or something, and then you find out there's a digital consciousness of him lying around that everybody who's a follower of this person, this mythological person, can go and now talk to, right? I don't know. I hope I'm making myself clear, but either way, I'm happy to see the actor back, and I would say then the next best development in terms of character development was definitely with Gale. Perhaps character development, not too much so, but more or less what we've been wondering about her seems to have been clarified just a bit more. we saw there at the end, she basically states that she can sense the future. It's a compulsion. It's perhaps something, as I said out loud during my reaction, that I wonder if they're going to find a way for it to be objectified and not be such a subjective experience as it is for her, or will that always be the mystery, right? Because in and of itself, the whole subject of premonition, the whole thing about psychic and all that stuff, in our world, it's still a form of mysticism. And in the scientific world, when it comes to the metaphysical aspect of stuff, I'm educated to some degree on some aspects of it that correlates together, but also at the same time is very contrasting in between each other. Anyway, enough of that. My answer is yes to that second question in terms of my narrative. And then lastly, of course, the events in this episode add more insight to events in the past episodes. In this case, I think that what happened with Brother Day and Demerzel and Halima definitely lends itself extra or in addition to what happened in the last episode. Now, if you watch my reaction to episode 6, you know that I was just like, oh man, Demerzel, her bowing down, that was definitely a no-no in my opinion. I sided with Brother Day feeling betrayed because, how could she do that? If she's programmed, according to them, to be loyal to the Empire. But in this episode, Demerzel made some really great points. I mean, if she was not supposed to, or if it was against her protocol, she wouldn't have actually been able to bow. I'm wondering, Demerzel being Demerzel, she's been around for quite some time. And this is a robot that's been watching things progress for hundreds of years with this empire. Who's to say she has found loopholes in her programming that she's letting them believe is, intact, but she perhaps, chipped away at it. You know what I mean? The point is, Demerzel is still a big question mark when it comes to her intentions and her true motivations. And although they did show towards the latter part of her scenes with Brother Day that she was feeling like, he was being threatened by Halima, she's, going to get protection and all that stuff. I think that some of that could have been a little bit of show to prove to him that she's very loyal to them and they shouldn't question her allegiance, But I just wouldn't be surprised for drama's sake that Demerzel may have different motivations that may unfold later on, perhaps at the end of the season. Now, when it comes to Brother Day and his decision now to, I guess, go on a somewhat pilgrimage, that's what I've understood it to be, or perhaps I'm not using the right term, but the spiral journey, I'm just like, can that really be done? What I think I've understood in previous episodes is that Brother Day is the prime of the Empire, and he's the one that's the most protected, right? And so if he's going to go on some journey to prove to these goddesses whatever, then he can't go alone. Likely he'll go with security detail, right? Or maybe not, or maybe that's the whole point, to go against that to prove his own point. I guess I'll find out. All right, so now next up, action. Very little, just the right amount, a little too much. No, it was perfect. Pacing as well, I felt was very steady. I think the pacing for everybody's narrative, from Salvor and Farah on the Invictus ship, every story narrative that was brought up in this episode, the pacing was very steady. And so my nat meter for this episode is a straight solid 5. Yes, indeed. Now, when it comes to the whole situation with Salvor and Hugo, yeah, he didn't die. He just kind of floated away, lost in space, as I was calling it in my reaction. That was weird. Now, I don't know if that was a way for the writers to kind of get rid of that character, to move the story forward with Salvor, or is he just, dead for now and he'll come back in some other way? Because as I said in my reaction, when they had that battle on Terminus, he got shot and it seemed as if he was possibly dead, and then he came back and he was fine. So maybe he's just one of those characters that, is in and out depending on where the story needs to go and where they need to move Salvor. And so when it comes to Salvor and Farah, I'm not sure yet. I have to watch some breakdown videos, of course. And if I have some spare time, I'll rewatch this episode because I really, really enjoyed it. But for now, I'll say that the action was pretty good. The intrigue with this Invictus ship jumping from one spontaneous point in space to another is very interesting. And so I just look forward to seeing where that goes. And I'll just kind of leave my thoughts there. Now, before I finish off this video, I just want to let you know that one of my club members was kind enough to share with me an audio interview with Bald Move. And this interview is with the creator and executive producer, David S. Goyer. And I've put the link in the description box of my channel for you to check out because it's a fantastic interview. And I'm sure it touches on perhaps on things that David S. Goyer has already mentioned in other podcasts. But for me, it's the first one I've listened to. And it gave me a really good idea as to what were some of their intentions making the show, but also what aspects of the narrative reflected everyday life as we know it here and what they were kind of taken from for inspiration. Like, for instance, what the Anacreons represented, what syntax represented before they became very religious. Also, more importantly, he touches on his reasons as to why a lot of the aspects of the show does not necessarily reflect to a T what's in the books and how they're looking to expand beyond what's in the books in upcoming seasons. A lot of great information. If you haven't heard that interview, again, the link is in the description box for you. Go and check it out. It's a fantastic interview and it probably might answer some of your questions you may have been having if none of the other stuff you're watching or listening to hasn't already. Anyway, so there you have it. That is my reaction and some of my key takeaways and thoughts. Now, I know I didn't talk about Brother Dawn, and that was deliberate because I think what I said throughout my reaction, if you were watching it, is enough, and I'll just wait to see what unfolds in the next few episodes before I add extra thoughts to it. But I'll tell you right now, I don't foresee anything good for him, and I think them showing us his replacement is very telling. I think there's a foreshadowing going on there. So anyway, we'll see. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this reaction video, and until episode 8, everyone, peace out. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos and subscribe. You know you wanna.